So injustice, it triggers something in all of us. We know deep down that it's not right, we feel it inside. Historically, only a few individuals found that moral courage deep down to stand up and speak up against injustice, to work to end it. At the beginning, those individuals are seen as troublemakers, as rebels, until they become victorious. And then they're remembered throughout history as heroes, those who stood up and refused to remain silent. Standing up for justice and stopping oppression is at the core of our Islamic obligations. Today, we see the Muslim world is in crisis, is devastated by man-made injustice. And we feel our hands are tied, unable to truly serve our brothers and sisters, to serve our survivors, even though in our hearts we feel the pain about the situation. We feel that we can't do much about it, apart from maybe making dua or giving some donation to provide some aid, some food, some water, some clothes, some medicines. So imagine a situation where you see a man lying on the floor and the foot of the oppressor is on his neck, subduing him, suppressing him. And we come along with a parcel of aid, totally ignoring that foot on his neck and just providing that food into his mouth and then walking away. It's important that we are feeding him to keep him alive, but we're not doing anything to remove him from his oppression, to set him free. And today we see the same example. When we provide, for example, aid into Gaza, we know that that aid is not enough to solve the situation of the Palestinians. Aid in this current context is just a plaster over a deep wound. It's a short-term emergency solution. So if we want to truly serve our survivors, we have to understand that distributing aid alone is not enough. We need a change. When our ummah is oppressed, we feel it's a duty towards our brothers and sisters who are standing up against that oppression, who are surviving the oppression, who are our survivors, to do whatever possible to provide real solutions aiming to end this oppression. So for countries where there's war and persecution of Muslims, we just can't declare war and poverty. We have to address the root causes of the conflict. We need long-term solutions. And that's why advocacy must go hand in hand with aid. Advocacy has to be a more prominent part of humanitarian aid. It has to address the root causes of the oppression, not just the symptoms. And that's why we are now Human Aid and Advocacy.
This Ramadan, we want you to join us in serving our survivors and donate generously. It's your donations that's taking care of orphans, maintaining hospitals and rebuilding homes. Your donations are enabling all of this fantastic work as well as advocating for justice and freedom for our survivors.